Oh, and I actually forgot this guy. Didn't see him in the box. The blow-off valve. And that's actually a good reputation on that brand. Obviously, I don't know their products personally, but I read that online. But I do have some questions to ask about the turbo itself, the blow-off valve, and the wastegate. So let's get started. Hopefully someone can help me out. Now, I posted some videos and pictures of the turbo in the first video, but I'll show them again. Now the question here is, Justin picked up this turbo new, but he didn't know too much about the specs of it. Now my question is, what trim turbo is this, and is there any way to determine the AR, which I believe is the air ratio? As I learned, all turbos are different. You really can't just throw one on there, so I'm curious to know the specs of it and find out what range the power is to be used. So I know that the higher AR number, the higher in the band the power kicks in, and depending on the size of the trim, you could determine turbo lag or how much boost or how long the power stream is. So I trust Justin that it can be used with the Contour. I'm just curious, what kind of specs it has. Is it a low-end power, mid-end? Hopefully not too high. You don't want to get too close to the power band with all that boost going on. So I'll post those pictures again. If anyone can chime in, let me know. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Okay, my next question is with the wastegate. Now inside here, from what I read, is a spring which controls the maximum boost pressure that goes into your engine. That way, if you have a turbo that may be bigger than what you need power for, it releases some of that excess boost. That way, if the Contour can handle 7, you don't want to really go overboard there. So Justin was unsure of the spring inside here for what the maximum boost is. Now, I'm not sure what can be opened and what can't be opened, so I don't want to damage anything. So I'm just curious to know what is the easiest way to figure out what spring this is. I tried just simply twisting this in a counterclockwise manner, but it looks like these bolts go through the top and seal them in. Seem like standard Allen keys would open them, but I don't want to actually chance it and take something apart that shouldn't have the internals exposed. So any help would be appreciative. Just let me know, can I take these bolts out? Is that the proper way? And how can I figure out what is the pressure? Now last is the blow-off valve, which is the least important of my questions. But it's figure it's worth asking. Now I don't know too much about blow-off valves, but I know there are different brands, different types, and they produce different sounds. For instance, a stock blow-off valve on a stock vehicle would probably have a more silent release of air when the throttle plate is closed. So I'm not sure what kind of sound this produces. I know it's a brand that's well used. People are comfortable with it, but if I'm going to put a turbo kit in the car, I do want to have a little bit of that blow-off valve sound. So I'm just curious, is this more on the quiet side? Is it louder? Is it a good one to use? Should I look into other ones? In a little bit I might do, just for the heck of it, I'll do a Google search and type in loudest aftermarket blow-off valve, just for the heck of it, and see where this stands in. It kind of gives you that a little bit of that little smile once you shift gears. So, alright, that's my 3 questions as far as the turbo, blow-off valve, and wastegate. Hopefully someone can help me out. Thanks, guys. And there you have it, the turbo kit. Thank you, Justin, and future thanks to Greg, who's going to help me install it.
Like it's a bad thing. I don't know.
Alright, one last point, and it's probably not going to happen, but I figure it's worth mentioning. Greg said that the engine probably will come out of the car so we can tap into the oil line in the bottom of the pan, and also to make it easy for the differential. That got me wondering, should I consider looking into a 3-liter then if the engine has to come out of the car? I mean, any other case I would just stick with my 2.5, you know, but if it has to come out of the car, I might as well look at it anyway. I have, well, considering the year, I have fairly low miles on the SVT. I think I'm just over 100,000. So, you know, I looked around and you could actually find a decent 3-liter for, like, some places pull it yourself $100 for a Taurus 3-liter. Or, you know, Escapes are more money, but, you know, it's just a pretty, drop the full engine in. I mean, if one has to come out and then the trans is going to be disconnected anyway, should I look into a 3-liter? I mean, any opinions? Is that going to make the install more difficult to do? Because I want to keep it as simplistic as possible, but I figure if it's coming out anyway, you know, I guess let me know, guys. Probably won't happen, but, you know, worth talking about. Thanks.